Pangram comes from the Greek etymology that literally means "every letter". That is, a phrase that contains every letter of the alphabet within the intended language. Alan Bigelow plays with this by making a poem using the English language pangram: "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog". Every letter is matched to one of the lines of the poem, making it a 33-line piece that tells a somewhat confusing story using an easy interaction with the reader. Thanks to the Flash platform used by the author, we are able to navigate the poem freely, at least for a while. By simply placing the mouse over each letter, the effect of this action will cue a chime that signals the change of line, displaying it along with the background and simple animations that are actually relevant to the mood of the story and the meaning of that particular part of the poem. A bit dissonant at first, the chimes clash with the constant music that sets up a pleasant yet eerie note to the poem. But as we reach the end of the piece, and when we complete it the first time, something happens. We have a sense of the characters, but we are a bit confused, and not all of the 33 lines are different. A few repeat when needed, since the pangrams also repeat the alphabetical characters to make sense of the phrase. We might also have noticed the change of the colors in the characters. The main phrase now has become a bright spectrum of colors. Changed by the interaction of the reader, they have become somewhat of a rainbow, and they move around and arrange themselves into an alphabetical order. This is where the poem becomes clear. Each character is where it should be, forming an ordered spectrum of colors. Each of the lines are now in their respective places as well, revealing the story of Mrs. Kelly. The background animation now are correspondent to the previous one, and have some continuity to them. And even the chimes have become harmonic, their tone becoming a scale that brings up the stress within the lines. The poem is not just a very clear representation, it is as well a very well thought piece of literature. But it is only when we see it move and when we see it as a whole, completed by the elements added by Flash and the interface where we take part, when the intended purpose of the piece can actually be perceived. As I speak, you have the opportunity to see it work in both ways. Make your own decisions. Play with the poem yourself. Read the piece whatever way you want. Side with Mrs. Callie, or perhaps you want to see the fox run away. But by all means, try to see it as a whole.